Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout...
Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 20. Touchdown Orange. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. A first down for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off play action on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The hand to the running back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to throw on third. It's complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Going to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown Mustangs. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The give on the inside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quick pass on the jet motion. Fighting off the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed.
Looking for a huge play. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Got it, looking for a first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. At the 45, on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Second and goal for the offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. And the ball comes to rest right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Syracuse right back at it. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. This time he's got it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's run.
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Cuse. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the quick game. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Syracuse right back at it. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range.
That's a lot of space for this.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Syracuse right back at it. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage to have games like this right here.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The option look. The pitch. Can't get him to the ground.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Chill out, Kobe.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside the wide receivers. But when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Mustangs are rolling down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Offense getting set for 1st down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Let's go. He wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Syracuse right back at it.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Got his man. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? A designed run for the quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what the offense dials up on third and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown Orange! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
Holds it in on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Dude, come here.
Fast
Bro,
motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he will take it in. Touchdown SMU.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Keep my ass. Oh, well.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Kobe had an accident in it, and I could throw it outside. Yeah, all happened.
The Orange have the ball back and
Okay.
ready to go to work. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Dang, my boy still trying to
Timeout is
score.
called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like